3, 2, 1, go. Left 6, 80, through dip. Turn right 3 half long, don't cut. 60 crest. Caution, turn right 1. Into, keep right over crest. 60, right 6 past junction, crest, 80 through dip, left 5 over crest, 100, right 6, and care, middle over crest jump, and bump, 60, care, keep right over crest jump, 40, left 5 long, keep in, opens over crest, 100, right 4 long past junction, 60 over small crest, care, left 6 through dip and continues over crest jump, 40, right 5 half long, 80, middle over crest, 150 through dip, middle over crest